So before we move on to breaking down the second key of our series, how to make great films, let's talk about the difference between how you bring people in with movies versus TV shows. In a recap of my full-length video, big screen versus small screen, analyzing the difference between TV show and movie openings. In that video, I talked about multiple things, starting with one of the big advantages of movies versus over TV shows is that a movie is 1 2-hour long episode almost. So once someone sits down and starts watching it, they're probably going to finish that movie, unless they really don't like it, which I will get into in a little bit later. But with TV shows, it's broken down into episodes, meaning that episode is going to end after 40 minutes. And if you don't hook your audience in those first 40 minutes, you lost them. As we're going to talk about a little later, that's sometimes not a bad thing. On that topic, in my mind, the biggest thing you have to keep in mind, and I had this confirmed by people before in my experiments, so that's where I'm coming from with this, and from my own personal experience. I call it the 5-episode rule. In my opinion, the first 5 episodes are the most important episodes of your series. While the pilot is really the most important, the first 5 of them are the ones that are going to draw them in. If you are 5 episodes into a series, the likelihood I have found that you're going to finish that series is higher than if you just watched the pilot. Once you are 5 episodes in and you're still watching, you're hooked in enough that you will continue watching. Put a lot of effort into really making your first 5 episodes really good, because you're going to keep your audience if you do those 5 episodes right. But on that topic, what happens if you lose a lot of your audience after the pilot? As I talked about in my full-length video on this, it comes down to one simple thing. I talked about in that video how, as a YouTuber, something that I have to know about is how niches are important to get an audience. The people who are watching this video, you're watching it because you guys like movie type YouTube. You like listening to analysis on movies, stuff like that. So you subscribe, you watch videos like mine. I was actually having a conversation with my brother yesterday about this. He said he has never seen one of my videos come up on his For You page. Why? Because he watches stuff like car videos. So my YouTube videos would never be suggested to him because they're not something that he would like. And that leads into an important thing. If you are too worried about keeping those people who are not going to want to watch after the pilot, as anyone who's been following my channel for a while would know, I'm not a fan of Star Wars. If Star Wars spent all of its time trying to get someone like me to like it, it's going to get nowhere. But if Star Wars said, hey, I know Peter Weir, now Star Wars wouldn't personally know me, but I'm only using myself as an example in this, doesn't like Star Wars. I'm not going to try all my power to please Peter when it comes to Star Wars content. But Johnny over here is a huge Star Wars fan. I'm going to spend my time trying to get Johnny's attention and put out more Star Wars content for someone like Johnny. If you lose people from the pilot, that's okay, because those people would not have wanted to continue watching, and you don't want to spend too much time trying to get those people. Other problems that you can have with TV shows are there's less money for the whole series. With a movie, you have a 2-hour movie. All that budget is going into those 2 hours. But with a TV show, you have 20 episodes, 40-minute episodes, with almost the same to even a lower budget. So the quality of TV shows are going to go down a little bit more. Now I'll tell you a couple good things with TV shows over movies. One is you have more time to invest in your characters. As I brought up in my full-length video on this topic, Nick Burkhardt from Grimm, I know more about than even Thor from the MCU because of the reason that I've spent more time with Nick. I got to know him more than I've got to know Thor, because you only have 6 movies or so with Thor now, and you have 6 seasons, 23 episodes per season with Nick. On the same topic, you're gonna have more time to flesh out your story, as we saw with the Percy Jackson movies versus TV show. While the TV show is not the greatest, it's better because of the reason that they were able to flesh out and actually put in scenes from the books that the movies couldn't, because they had to make it a shorter movie. So guys, hope this is helpful for people who are trying to figure out which one they want to go for, a TV show or movie. If you guys are stuck on this, just pick one, get creative, and make your movie or your TV show, and stop worrying too much. If anything else I talked about YouTube might pique your interest, I actually have a channel I started a couple months ago. It's not the same as this channel, and all the channels are going to be split off from this channel, like my book channel, game channel, food channel, stuff like that, are all going to be under this business. It's not under that. It's its own separate thing. As I'm growing on YouTube, I wanted to help small YouTubers. So I'm putting out on a separate little channel that's not connected to this. Just little tips as I'm learning on YouTube from this is something I realized on how to make a viral YouTube short. And I got 13,000 views on a video because of that. This is what I learned about how to make a long form video better. Stuff like that. If any of you guys are small YouTubers and you guys want to see what a small YouTuber has to say on how to grow bigger on YouTube, check that channel out. I've only put out a couple videos on the channel. Hopefully I can reach more people and help people see that YouTube is a possible thing. And sometimes listening to the big gurus on how to grow on YouTube is not always going to work. But guys, tell me your thoughts on this video. If you guys have a plan on what you guys want to do for a movie or TV show, comment down below so people in the comment section can say if it sounds like a cool idea and if any of them want to join in and help you with that. Let's have a fun community here. If you guys want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. This has been the Movie Night Reviewer, Peter Wary, signing off.